Kristen Swift. I'm the fitness coordinator here over at Briarwood in Worcester. Today I'm recording for you my advanced cardio class. All you need today is just a chair, a wall, or a bar. No exercise equipment is needed, so no weights. So, without further ado, if you'd like to step behind your chair, we will get started. All right, so once you come behind your chair, I want you to stand up nice and tall and bring both hands to the back of the chair. Take that right foot back, send that heel down, and then push right into the chair so you're feeling a stretch right in the back of your calf. Good, now you're gonna take that heel up and then heel down. And then we're gonna switch feet. So now left foot back, take that heel down to the floor. And then take that heel up and then heel down. So you're getting both stretch of the calves here. We're gonna do a lot of cardio. And then bring that foot in, and then arms distance away, you're gonna hinge forward at the waist. If you're pulling off the chair, you're gonna feel a stretch in the back of your, on your shoulders. And then if you're sending your tailbone back, you're gonna feel a stretch in the back of your legs. And then slowly start to come up. One more time, you're gonna send that tailbone back, getting a good stretch. And then slowly start to come up. You are gonna need your chair, so everybody stay behind your chair. I am going to move my chair away so that way you can see me. Now, you're gonna spread your feet so you have a nice base of support here. Both hands are by your side, relax your shoulders, and then just drop your chin to your chest. Feeling a stretch in the back of your neck. And then slowly take your head center, right ear, right shoulder, feeling a stretch in the left side of your neck. And then slowly taking your head center, and we're gonna go to the left. Good, bring in your head center. Now right arm reaches up, side bend over. And then slowly taking it back center off to the other side. One more time, we're gonna stretch off to the left. And then off to your right. Good, bringing it back center. Nice deep breath in, inhale up. Exhale, you're gonna take both hands behind your back, shoulder blades together. You're gonna open up the chest, and if you can look up at the ceiling, look up at the ceiling. If not, just look straight ahead. Getting a chest opener here, so feeling the chest opening up. And then release those hands right by your side. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling like you're trying to grow. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, release. This time you're gonna take a forward fold, reaching for your toes. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for those toes. Now, if you can't reach your toes, that's fine. Just reach however far you can. And then next inhale, I want you to slowly start to come up. Arms are gonna circle up again. Exhale one more time. You're gonna forward fold, trying to see if you can get a little deeper into that fold. And then next inhale, slowly start to come up. Arms are gonna come right out to the side, but I want you to relax your shoulders. And then tiny circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then reverse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring those hands down. Now take those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, down. Up, back, and down, and then roll those shoulders. And then reverse direction. All right, taking those hands right by your side, take those arms up, around and down like a beautiful snow angel. Up, around and down. One more. Up, around and down. Now opposite direction. Around and down. Around and down. One more. All right, now both hands right on top of your waist or right at your hips. Circles, release in the lower back. And then reverse direction. And then you're gonna slide those hips to center, gentle torso twist with your hands right by your side. Gentle, not fast. We're still warming up. One more to each side. And then you're gonna bring those feet in, so feet are gonna be hip distance apart. Hands are right by your side and relax your shoulders. Chin is parallel to the floor. Your chair is in front of you if you need it. We're gonna go up and down on your toes, stretching your calf muscles. So here we go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. And then start marching those feet. So when you're marching your feet, I want you to go quietly with those feet. I want your shoulders up, back, and down, and your chin is parallel to the floor, looking straight ahead. No looking down at the floor, no looking up at the ceiling, you're looking straight ahead. And then those hands can be just right by your side, just kind of marching here, just getting your warming up, getting ready for cardio. It's gonna be an intense one. If you've been with me on Friday, you know that this is your Friday cardio. And then just kick it out. And one more to each side, and then you're gonna plant your feet. And then take those hands right to your chest. We're gonna do 6 little squats. You can do little squats or deep squats, your choice. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. Nice deep breath in, inhale up, exhale down. All right, so now we're gonna get ready for cardio. So I want you all to stand behind your chair. You don't need any equipment, just yourselves, just your body weight. So let's get started. You have 20 seconds of work with 6 seconds of rest. Your first round of this, your rest is gonna be your rest, and I'll cue the rest. And then I'll say work. Your second round is no rest, but if you need to take that rest, I want you to take that rest. So I'm gonna give you a rest activity or a rest exercise that you're gonna do. Same with the third round. So you can take your rest, or you can opt to do the rest exercise I give you. And then we're gonna be doing some push-ups on the wall, along with some core, and then we'll stretch, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so you ready? 20 seconds of work, 6 seconds of rest. First exercise, I want you to plant your feet, spread your feet. Abs are nice and tight. It's boxing. Find a focal point and box at it. Here we go. 20 seconds. Find your focal point. Box at it. I know when you're in class, you like to box at me. So if you need to, do that. Good. Here's your rest. Next exercise. Either march those feet or box or shuffle, your choice, go. I am doing the box or shuffle, or you can just march those feet, swing those arms. And remember to breathe. So legs go side to side, and rest. Next one. Arms go forward as your heel goes forward. So Heel taps forward with a punch. You want to make this more cardio. You just kick it up. Here's your rest. Next one, speed skater. So you're gonna get into your squat. Hands are in front of you. You're switching off side to side here. Making sure that you stay into your squat. Make sure your back is straight. Head is in line with your spine here. Here's your rest. Next one, hands above your head. Bring your knees up as you bring your elbows down. So high knee pull downs. You want to make this more intense. You add a little hop. And here's your rest. Next one. Either march those feet, pump those arms, or power walk. So feet are faster, you're pumping those arms. This is your power walk. And remember, your posture, looking straight ahead. Here's your rest. I'm gonna come to the side, that way you can see me. Hands behind your head, you're gonna spread your feet. It's prisoner squat, so you're sending your tailbone back. So those knees are in line with your ankles. Good, here's your rest. Next one, bring those feet in. It's out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. You wanna make this harder? You make it faster. Out, in. And remember, your chair is there to hold on to it if you need to. Here's your rest. Next one. Jump rope, skip rope. If you're in my class, I don't care rope. So, marching rope, skip rope, jump rope. Your choice. I like to show off with this one in class. Here's your rest. Next one, forward and back. So 3 forward, 3 back. Here we go. So after this exercise, this will be your last rest if you choose. We're going on to the second round, where it gets a little more intense because you have no rest. Here's your rest. Spread those feet. Boxing, back to exercise number 1. Find that target and box at it. Now, when I say rest, you can take your rest, or your resting activity will be marching. Let's make it a marching jack. March those feet, jack those arms for 6 seconds. Your next exercise is either march or box or shuffle with those legs going side to side. Here's your rest. Either march those feet, jack those arms, or rest. Next one, punch forward, heel tap forward. Remember to breathe. Here's your rest, marching jack, or you can just march it or rest. Get into your squat, speed skaters. So, shifting off your weight from side to side. Standing up tall, marching those feet, jacking those arms. Hands come above your head. Tiny cool downs. Now, you don't have to get your knees up as much as I do. Just get those feet up off the floor. Here's your rest. Here comes your power walk or your march. Go. So power walk, remember, those feet are fast. If you're marching, you're pumping those arms, walking in place. Here comes your rest. Here come your squats. So you're gonna spread those feet. Feet are facing forward, hands behind your head. Squats. Good, making sure that tailbone goes back. Here comes your rest with that marching jack. Your next one is out, out, in. Out, out, in. You want to make this more intense. It's faster. It takes a lot of coordination. Good, here's your rest, your marching jack. Next one, skip rope, jump rope. So marching rope, skip rope, or jump rope. Here's your rest. Last one, it was forward and back. Here we go, forward and back. So 3 forward, 3 back. Obviously, you can march those, or you can power walk them. Here comes your last rest of that marching jack, and we're on to round 3. So, spread those feet, boxing. Last time, find that target. And I'm gonna give you another exercise rest activity. And this one will be jumping jacks. Box or shuffle or a march, so march or legs go side to side. And remember, if you need to take a break, take a break. Here come your jumping jacks. Heel tap forward, punch forward. Once again, trying to find that breath. Here come your jumping jacks. Next one, get into your squat, speed skaters. Here come your jumping jacks. Hands above your head. Bring those knees up as you bring your elbows down. Here come your jumping jacks. Now remember, you can take this break, power walk it, or you can march those feet. Just remember your posture. I know you're getting tired, So just be aware of your posture when you get tired and make sure you breathe. Here comes your rest of jumping jacks, or you can rest it. Spread those feet, hands behind your head. Once again, we have squats. The last of the squats. Sending that tailbone back, pushing right up through those heels. Here comes your jumping jacks. Your next one is that out, out, in, in. So out, out, in, out, out, in, or you might be getting better at this by the third try. Here's your jumping jacks. 2 more. You got it. Jump rope, skip rope. So getting that imaginary rope in your hands, pretending you're about 10. Jump roping, which is really good cardio. Here's your rest of jumping jacks. And your final one, forward and back. You have one final rest of jumping jacks, and here they go. And from here, we're gonna take a break, a water break, and then we'll work on some upper body strength and core.
Stopping session.
Welcome back. So we did our cardio, and now it's time to do upper body strength and core, the kitchen. So find a wall or a bar. If you come to a bar, you're going to use the upper bar. So everybody come from behind your chair and go find a wall. So while you're finding your wall or your bar, I just want to go over a few things that when you're doing upper body and core, you need to keep your abs nice and tight. So belly button right to your spine, and try not to collapse into the exercise. You want to make yourself like a board so your head is in line with your spine. So without further ado, here comes your upper body and core. I know you guys love this because you hate it in class. So we are going to go through this 3 times. We're doing triceps, we're doing chest, and we're also doing core, and I may add a little cardio in there for you. 20 seconds of work with, I believe it's 6 seconds of rest. Yes, 8 seconds of rest. So here we go. If you're on your wall, hands in a triangle, stomach muscles are tight. The more you come away from the wall, the harder it's gonna be for this exercise because you're pushing your body weight. If you're on the bar, you're gonna make your hands into a triangle and just bring your hands right to that top bar. Once again, abs are tight. Here we go. Elbows out to the side, and we're doing triceps, so here we go. So, I know you guys love doing upper body work on the wall. This is pushing your body weight, which is really hard to do. So, if you need to come closer to the wall, go for it. Good, here's your rest. Now here comes your core exercise. So abs are nice and tight again. you're gonna take your knee right up to your same elbow. So it's knee to elbow. And every time you bring that knee up to your elbow, I want you to squeeze your abdominals. Here is your rest. Hands on the bar lightly. You're gonna go fast feet. Here comes your cardio. Abs are tight, go. So, working on quickness of those feet, which helps with tripping. So if you happen to trip on something, you have that quickness to help yourself not trip. Can't think of the word. Here's your rest. All right, hands on the wall or hands on the bar, shoulder width apart, shoulder height. Once again, stomach muscles are tight. You're doing your chest. Here we go. Chest press, push up. These help you get off the floor if you're not hurt. A very important exercise here, along with squats. Here's your rest. Next one, your core exercise. Knee to chest. Squeezing your abdominals when you bring that knee up. Here we go. So squeeze, squeeze. Good, here's your rest. Your next one, either hands on the bar or you can bring your hands off the bar. Jumping jacks or jumping jacks, your choice. Here comes your cardio. I'll give you both of these versions. Here's your rest. Next one, we're working the back of the arms, the triceps again. Hands close together, elbows aimed down to the floor. Tricep push-ups. These are the hardest of your push-ups now. So here you're gonna have to dig deep. If these are too hard, come closer to the wall. These help you get out of a chair, so if you need your arms or your chair to get up out of your chair, triceps are what helps you. Here's your rest. Your core exercise. Knee to opposite elbow, so you're working those obliques. Here we go. So squeeze. Intentionally squeezing every time you bring up that knee. Good, here's your rest. Either hands off the bar or on the bar. I want you to walk those feet, good posture, march those feet as fast as you can. Pretend that there's a lobster truck and you're running to get the last lobster salad sandwich. I like lobster. Here's your rest. All right, round two, here we go. So, hands back in a triangle, working on those triceps. It's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So, 2 progressions down. Really working those muscles now. All right, hands back on the bar or the wall lightly. Stomach muscles are tight again. It's knee to the same elbow again. Here we go. Squeezing down. We're almost at the end. I know you guys are tired, but you can do this. You do it in class. Good, here's your rest. Hands shoulder width apart, shoulder height. Stomach muscles are tight. Chest press, down, down, up. Down, down, up. If you need to take a break, take a break. I'm trying to exhaust your muscles here.
Rest.
Good, here's your rest. Back to your core exercise. It's knee to chest. Here we go. So I've gotten rid of the cardio in this part. I'm saving it for the end. So we're gonna have a burst of cardio at the end.
Rest.
Here's your rest. All right, hands close together. This one's hard. Elbows aim down to the floor. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. So if this is not possible, I want you just to go down and up, or just do what you can. This is a tough one.
Rest.
Here's your rest. All right, hands lightly on the wall of the bar. It's knee to opposite elbow. Once again, working on those obliques. Here we go. You've got this. You have one more round. The toughest of the rounds.
Rest.
Here's your rest. All right. Back to your hands in a triangle. Stomach muscles are tight. You're bending those elbows. You're holding that position. So, tricep hold. Here we go. This is tough. You've got this. You have 6 more seconds.
Rest.
Here's your rest. All right. Hands on the bar lightly or on the wall. It's knee to the same elbow again. Here we go. Lots of core here today. Basically doing core here is like your rest period because this is kind of easy. Here's your rest. All right. Hands shoulder width apart, shoulder height. The last of the push-ups here. So going down and you're holding. Elbows are wide here. Stomach muscles tight. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. This is what they call an isometric hold.
Rest.
Good, here's your rest. All right, knee to chest. Ready, set, go. You have one more exercise after this. And we're going to knee to opposite elbow.
Rest.
And just like I do in class, I lied. So we have no more cardio after this. You guys are probably happy about that. This is the last exercise and then we go into a cool down. Nice job. You guys did great. So now you guys can go back to your chair and we'll do a cool down. All right, so you guys are back to your chair. You're gonna sit down carefully in your chair and we're gonna cool down. So sitting up nice and tall, I want you to take that right leg forward. Right leg forward. Left foot is bent. And then flex that foot and then slide on down. See if you can reach those toes, getting a stretch in the back of your leg. Remember to breathe. Nice deep breath into that leg, back leg area, hamstring area. Exhale. And then slowly start to come up. Flex and point. And then circle that ankle. Reverse direction. Right knee, you're gonna hug it in. Now, some of you can stay here if you like, or if you want to open up the hip, you can figure 4, open up the hip. I I suggest that if you have hip issues, do not do this exercise. You just keep your knee into your, you just hold your knee back. And then slowly release that. Now you're gonna take that left leg and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Flex that foot, slide on down, see if you can reach those toes. If you can't reach your toes, your shin, your thigh, whatever is available to you. And then slowly start to come up, flex and point. And then circle that ankle. Reverse direction. Left knee, you're gonna hug it in. So once again, you can stay here or you can figure four. Opening up the hip. And then slowly release that. Both feet are flat on the ground here, hands by your side, sitting up nice and tall. Nice deep breath in, inhale up, chest to the ceiling. Exhale, you're gonna forward fold, trying to reach those toes. Nice big inhale here to that lower back. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to come up. Arms are just gonna come right out to the side. Big inhale, send those arms back, open up the chest. Exhale, you're gonna give yourself a giant hug. Now, from here, you can tuck your chin around the spine, and I want you to send that breath right between the shoulder blades. Nice deep breath, separate those shoulders. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And then if you're rounded out, slowly start to come up. Arms open up. Big inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, give yourself a reverse hug. So the other arm is on top. And then if you want, you can tuck your chin around the spine. And once again, you're sending that breath right between the shoulder blades. Nice deep breath. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And then if you're rounded out, slowly start to come up and then release those hands. We're gonna stretch out the tricep because we did a lot of triceps. Right hand, right shoulder, left hand, right elbow. You're just gonna push that elbow up slightly. You'll feel a stretch in your tricep. And then release that. Left hand, left shoulder, right hand, left elbow. Good, and then release that. Both hands are right by your side. Relax your shoulders and then drop your chin to your chest. And then taking your head center, right ear, right shoulder. And then head comes center, left ear, left shoulder. Good, bring in your head center. Right arm reaches up, side bend over. And then slowly taking it back center off to the other side. Good, bring in yourself center. Now take those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, down. Up, back, and down, and then roll those shoulders. And then reverse direction. All right, 3 big breaths, and then you are all done with this. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, reach for the ceiling. Exhale down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. You guys did great today, so great job. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be seeing you soon.